today I'm going to be showing you guys 12 study tips to get an A in English. This video was requested by Kimmi, thank you, and if you guys have any suggestions or requests, please comment down below. So this video is separated into 3 parts: 5 essay studying tips, 5 exam studying tips, and 2 tips for studying for English in general. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. The first studying tip for essay writing is to ask your teacher or professor for an example essay. So I know that not all teachers do this, but I always make sure to ask anyway because having an example as a guide definitely keeps you on track. If they do not give you an example, searching the internet for one is definitely worth your while. The second tip is to practice writing the paragraphs. Practicing the format of the paragraph straight after you learn it is super important if you don't want to have those mind blanks when you are writing your essay. The third tip is to practice rewording information. Rewording information is something you should definitely try to master if you don't want to be caught with plagiarism with information you read from the internet. The fourth tip is to pay attention to the word limit and plan out how many words for each paragraph. This is really important when you are essay writing because I often find myself going way over the word limit and having to rewrite and delete information, so keeping your eye on the word limit will definitely help you avoid this. The fifth tip is to keep your sentences concise and to the point. I know that there are always points allocated for the wordiness of your essay. I personally tend to be really wordy, so this tip is something I always keep in mind so I do not lose those points. The first exam studying tip is to ask your teacher or professor as many questions about the exam beforehand. This is extremely important because depending on what type of exam it is, multi-choice, short response, or essay writing, you can study accordingly and it will change how you study dramatically. The second tip is to practice answering in teal paragraphs. So a teal paragraph is topic sentence, explanation or elaboration, example, and link back to the question or topic. This is for when your exam is short response or is comprehension or anything to do with book or text reading, because you will find that most answers require to write in teal form. The third tip is to always do the revision sheets teachers give you. If your teacher or professor gives you revision sheets or revision questions, it is super important to do them. From personal experience, I can tell you that these revision sheets are kind of like an inside peek into the actual exam. The fourth tip is to make mind maps to link information. Doing this before the exam or even during the exam is super beneficial if you find any questions to do with compare and contrast or inferring. The fifth tip is to make sure you understand the information and not just know it. This is probably the most important thing that you should do when preparing for an English exam, because in exams, teachers often ask you to compare and contrast or infer or explain, and these questions tend to be worth more marks than questions like define. The first tip for studying for English in general is always study and revise in the format you will have to complete your exam or essay. So this means that if you have to complete your exam with pen and paper, always study and revise with pen and paper. But if you have to write your essay on your laptop, it is more beneficial to study on your laptop. The second tip is to read. If you find yourself with some time or if you are distracted, a great way to improve in English without actually studying is to read anything you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to know if these tips were helpful and which one was your favorite. Make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and please comment what video you would like me to do next. Bye guys, see you next time!